loads of time for me to position to get some money. You knew I was fucked up, you knew I ain't high shit. I asked you loads of time to show me the way. You knew I was fucked up, you knew I ain't high shit. I asked you loads of time to show me the way. I asked you loads of time for me to position to get some money.
Devontae in the slot, Rodgers in the shotgun, Aaron Jones to his right, snap Rodgers. Rodgers looks and waits, lofts it left side. Devontae Adams makes the catch, cuts it back for the 5, end zone, touchdown. They split two defenders, Eddie Jackson and Crawford. At the 5-yard line, Devontae Adams on a 38-yard touchdown reception. 44 seconds ago in the half, the Packers are back to within 4. Fakes the handoff, bootlegs right, stops, throws back left, got his man, it is showtime to the 5, to the pylon, to the end zone. Are they going to score a touchdown? Yes it is, touchdown Green Bay, 23 yards. Looking to put away the Bears. A.J. Dillon, the hammers, the lone setback, Rodgers under center, looks, throws, slant, right side, Devontae for the dagger, touchdown. They beat Jalen Johnson on a slant to the right side of the end zone, and the Packers lead it 44-27.
So how you feel about playing the Browns on a short week, Christmas Day, Trev?
It sounds like both the next opponent is going to be fucked up.
Yeah, that is true. What do you think about the last game that we were at? Let's talk about that.
It was a wild game. I think if those couple calls would have went the Bears' way, those couple bigger special teams plays, everything special teams did went wrong, and the Packers 100%. Still put up 45 points. But I mean, if a couple of those stupid plays would have went the other way, the Bears, it would have been more of a game, I think.
100%.
They couldn't rely on fucking Fields in the second half, though. I don't know if he proved they could rely on him at all, period. But
I wish there was a bigger community within the Packer fans, because this selling their tickets to Bear fans, not a real fan of. Even though I will say, and Nagler said this, so this is coming out way later than what Nagler said, but I do agree with him. I respect every Bear fan that was in the building, because for your organization to suck for 30 years and then your team is horrible and you're going against arguably the best team in the NFL and you show up like you're about to win.
Well, that goes with what Bears fans do every year. We talked about every year, they think they won the offseason and this is our year. We're going to be good this year. You guys are in trouble. And every year we smoke them, usually most of the time. And so then it would all over again the next year. So, I mean, Bears games, Minnesota games, even Detroit games, you're always going to expect a lot of those fans to be there. But
yeah, and I'll say that the ones that were at the game, they knew, you know what I'm saying? They were yeah, we suck, They weren't but they were confident, especially when things in the first half were very much going their way. I mean, I don't think they scored 27 points in a single game all year, and they did that in the first half against the Packers.
Well, I heard some Bears fans in the bathroom at halftime wow, all right, we're not getting blown out. This is awesome. And someone said, you guys think you're going to win? They're like, probably not, but, this is good. We're not getting blown out.
I seen a lot of Bears fans in the bathroom that were like, easiest bet ever. Bears plus 13. The easiest bet ever. I don't know why a spread would be that high. And I'm just sitting there do they know there's a second half? And then sure enough, they didn't cover. The Packers did. So shout out to them. I mean, Packers just kind of turned it around in the second half. I don't know if adjustments weren't made, things of that nature, but I like what we got going on, Trev. I like what we got going on, even though we did take a big loss with Billy Turner, but it's not season ending, so that's good. But he is out this week, so we're pretty much playing with our second string offensive line.
Yeah, but they've held up. That's the thing.
Playing really good, 100%.
Whether it's LaFleur play calling or Rodgers, realizing he's got a young line in front of him. I mean, either whatever it is. I mean, they've looked decent. So I mean, Rodgers got sacked a few times in the first half, but other than that, like he had good protection most of the game too.
100%. And
Um,
did you hear what your guy Michael Lombardi said? Well, I don't know if it's your guy, but
was that the guy talking about the Packers had a rookie tackle and aren't good outside of Aaron Rodgers? Is that
yes,
that?
yes,
Oh,
yes. He
okay.
said Aaron Rodgers covers up the special teams, how bad they are, how bad the defense is, how bad the offensive line is.
I mean, 4 years ago, I'd make that argument.
Yeah.
And I think he's living in the past if he thinks that anything like that, because you can go right up and down the Packers roster, any position group right now, and we got studs every position group. So even the positions we thought were going to be not as great beginning of the year, we've had people step up. I mean, you could argue maybe outside of Kenny Clark, our D line is not great.
Would agree.
But the inside backers, which I thought would be a little bit of weakness this year, turn on to being strength. Our corners are some of the best in the league. Safety is one of the best tandems in the league. I mean, go up and down the whole roster. We just talked about the line. We know what our running backs can do. Best receiver in the game. I mean,
I don't know if MVS has dropped a pass all year.
Yeah, but all we got is Rodgers. So, I mean, it is what it is.
And then my question to Lombardi would be, so does the defense cover up for Rodgers in the first half? Is this just a second half thing? Because has he seen Rodgers play in the first half of most of these games?
Our defense is legit this year, that's why it's even more exciting than most years with Rodgers. Because, yeah, you could make, like, a lot of years we didn't have a defense, and we had to put up 30 points just to compete. But this year, our defense is holding people. And in a league that's even harder to hold people to less points, the defense is doing it, I think. So, I mean,
yeah,
take away almost any team starting quarterback right now and sticking a backup, and it's going to be rough for anybody.
Yeah, I seen something where somebody posted that this week we're going to be without 9 Pro Bowl caliber players. 9 Pro Bowl caliber players, and we're 6.5 point favorites. That's wild.
Yeah, I've seen 7. It's up to 7 tonight.
That's wild.
But I think a big part of that is probably not knowing if Lamar is going to play or not.
Oh, 100%. But still, if you would have told me that prior to season, you guys might be without 9 Pro Bowlers, I'd have been like, what? Oh, we going to suck. We got Rasul Douglas out there playing like a Pro Bowler.
Yeah. He's looking, I mean, you really like to maybe extend him, but again, with the Packers cap situation, but I mean, you almost feel like you found a stud there. And he hasn't even played that many games, and he's got pick sixes in most of them.
I mean, at least a pick.
Yeah. Ended that
Tampa
Bay game.
Pick
6 in the Rams game. Pick 6 in the Cardinal game, sorry. Pick 6 in the Rams game. Pick 6 in the last game. I mean,
they say the guy stays there till like 9:00 at night watching film. But from what I heard, when I heard him talk, I don't know if this has changed, but he has a house in New Jersey where his family's at, where his kid goes to school, I think, or maybe it's a baby. I don't know. But I know he has a house in New Jersey. So I think there could be part of that is like, what does he have to go home to? He's like, might as well just stay here and watch film. It's Green Bay. Where am I going to go? The stadium on a Thursday night? Like, no.
But as long as he's playing well, Stokes for a rookie, we've said this all year. He's been holding it down, getting better and better. If he could really develop those ball skills, kind of like Jair did, wow.
And then we're going to get Jair back. I mean,
Jair coming back eventually. Yep.
He looks like he's moving good at practice.
So I mean, you could once Jair comes back, the way the Packers secondary's been playing, you could make an argument that they're one of the best secondaries in the NFL.
100%.
I mean, beginning of the year, with King out there starting, you couldn't really be a hard argument to make, even with one of the best corners in the league at Jair. But not knowing what Stokes had, and Chandon Sullivan's, pretty average, decent when he plays. I think our safeties kind of make up a lot for that too. They help our corners play better.
I agree with that. What'd you say? My guy's not a big fan of your camera angle.
What do we got to do here? I don't got much. I got to try this bitch with my headphones.
He said he's got to keep it close to him because of his headphones.
I got wired headphones in right now with no tripod.
He said, "Why can't you just buy AirPods like a normal person?"
Damn.
Christmas list?
I should have put them on there.
Put it on the Christmas list when you get home. Yeah. I mean, if you want, we can talk about your Christmases as a kid.
No, that's all right.
Pretty much the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life.
It will be an interesting experience with a game on Christmas Day. On
Yeah,
Saturday.
I mean, I'm good. It sounds like you got a lot going on Christmas Day.
Yeah, usually.
So I'm gonna, as a non-believer, I'm gonna. I mean, you come in my house, it don't even look like it's about to be Christmas. I don't have one Christmas thing up. No tree.
Oh, we got lots of
stockings.
decorations. We got decorations all over this bitch.
Yeah, y'all got big balloons and stuff outside.
Oh yeah.
How did they survive in the windstorm?
Everybody in our neighborhood took everything down.
That was smart. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even look like Christmas over here. I mean, kids are going to get, some gifts because I guess that's what the holiday's about. But my holiday, Christmas Day, Lambeau Field, hopefully my people out there get the stadium nice and good behind me. Shout out to all the people that shovel the stadium. But yeah, me, Troy, and Brent, we gonna make our trek up there. Me and the boys.
I'll probably just beat you over there.
Because it sounds like you got a lot going on that day.
Yeah, usually it's fucking hectic.
I mean, you guys probably got to stop about 6 places.
Well, I don't think my mom's side even doing Christmas because everybody going to the game.
See, I told Troy that. Troy, he said your mom's side of the family is not even doing Christmas because everybody's going to the game. That's a real Packer family. That's a real Green Bay. I remember going to Christmas in Green Bay with you guys on Christmas Day, right? And I believe there was a Packer game one of these years. And I believe like your grandpa and all them were like, out. Like they weren't playing.
Yeah, everybody knows what's up.
They know what I can't do nothing but respect that. Like Kyle and all them going to the game.
I'm not sure. I got to talk to him. I think he is. I remember a bunch of people saying they were going to go. Got to hope the fucking Packers stay COVID free.
I mean, I'm hoping so. I mean, it's not like a lot going on in Green Bay.
Well, they said with the new rules, like there's a possibility Kenny could play this weekend.
Yeah, he only needs one negative test if he's asymptomatic.
Yeah.
I like that rule.
That'd be nice to have him. I mean, it'd be interesting to see because Baltimore always wants to run the ball. So it's going to be interesting to see if it is like just Slayton and Lowry and Lancaster.
Kiki.
He's been playing well.
My guy TJ Slayton just dyed his hair. The tips, it looks like, of his dreads. Dyed them. He's going to be there ready to play. Seen it on his Instagram.
I mean, so we're playing 2 of the AFC
East North
teams AFC North that are in shambles, and then we got a couple NFC North opponents that Packers seem to dominate the NFC North. A fluky, stupid Vikings game this year that they'll make up for at the end of the year. Pretty much show them what's up going into the playoffs.
They love Packers versus NFC North teams on Sunday night. Just love it. They're like, oh, everybody was surprised. They wanted the game flexed to 3:30. I think fans like the 3:30 game better or a noon game just because of the time frame of getting home and stuff, especially for like Monday work. But how would you feel if you planned a Saturday to go to a game, an NFL game, and then it was moved to Monday? You don't think that's going to mess up some stuff for fans?
Yeah, that'd be rough.
I mean, I have to assume. Yeah,
Hotel,
yeah,
transportation,
yeah,
PTO time at work.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I get doing it last year because there were no fans, so you could move them, juggling them around and stuff like that. But I have to assume there's a lot of fans. Is the game's in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Like I have to imagine there's a lot of people that aren't from Cleveland that already bought hotel rooms.
Well, the Raiders were pissed. Seattle's pissed. Like, there's a whole bunch of people that are not happy with moving the game and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, I know the Eagles are mad. Like, I just don't understand. Like they said teams were going to have to forfeit games, or is that only if the unvax players get it?
I don't know, but I don't know if they anticipated like half the NFL being fucking down. But I don't know. It's the NFL; they kind of do what the fuck they want anyway. So,
well, I think the only reason they're doing it is because those 3 games weren't on national TV. Well, I guess you could say the Browns game was on national TV, but it was on NFL Network. They don't give a fuck. They'll throw that bitch up on Monday night at 5:30. They ain't got shit else to put on TV. But I will say that if I was a Packer fan, like if they did that shit on Christmas and moved that shit to Monday, like how the fuck am I going to go to the game? I'm going to have to call in sick to work. Like, I got the flu. And I'm like the guy from that movie. That'd be just my luck. They put me on the scoreboard again.
Yeah. 41 North made the fucking big screen at Lambeau.
Made the scoreboard at Lambeau.
Seen a Bears fan get whooped.
Seen a Bear fans get whooped. Definitely.
Had a pretty good tailgating experience.
Yeah.
A little Kroll's action, a little D2 action.
Little Titletown action. Is that Titletown? What is that bar called?
1919.
No, but what's the sign say outside?
Titletown Brewing.
Yeah, Titletown. Fuck you, me. We're at Titletown. Pretty sure it says it on like the building somewhere. I mean, it's on Lambeau. It's in the parking lot. I mean,
oh no, you're talking. We didn't go to Title. We went to the Johnsonville tailgate.
Yeah, I mean, it says Titletown on the building. I mean,
was a classic Bears beatdown at Lambeau on Sunday. A few Bears still suck chants breaking out in the tunnels after the game, which is always awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I like seeing the Bear fan get whooped. I mean, it looked like he got beat up by. It looked like he got beat up by the whole section.
Yeah, none of the Packer fans got kicked out.
Well, I mean, no, the Bear fans started it clearly. I mean, we kind of got the inside story. I guess, the Bear fan might have touched a girl, grabbed her hair or something like that, and then they just put the flu flops on my man. They told him to quit walking through the row like that. I mean, that was some gangster shit. When he told me that, I was like, damn, like, you won't let the Bear fan walk through the row? Like, okay.
Oh, we were surrounded by Bears fans. Had a good experience. They were pretty. Yeah.
They knew what.
Pretty quiet in the second half.
Very quiet in the second half. I said the lock of the day was the over. I don't know if you remember this. I was like, lock of the day is the over. And then the guy behind me says, no, Bears plus 13. I'm like, the over already hit. What are you talking about? Like, there's still a whole half. He's like, no, Bears plus 13. But yeah, they were good. I like the Bear fans around us. We had a real good group of Bear fans around us, I will say. The Packer fans in the row in front of us, though, wasn't too pleased with them. A lot of begging going on.
We still had enough Packer fans to get some high fives in our section after all the touchdowns.
That's true. I love the guy that was sitting next to the Bear fan in the row behind the Bear fans when you're just reaching over the Bear fans to give the old guy a five. Yeah. That's even better. You know what I'm saying? Like, watch out, man. Let me give my guy a five real quick. Sit down. Your team ain't doing shit. I like that.
right now you can almost see when the Packers offense like starts rolling. I mean, there's going to be some like there's slow points in the first half, so there's maybe some 3-and-outs. But once they start rolling, it's 45 and basically 3/4 in that game. So
Yeah, and like we talked about earlier too, like you talk about field position in a game. Packers starting at the 5, the Bears starting at our 45.
yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with special teams. I mean, playing some starters, they always got to have somebody different return. It's rough. You just hope that they can string together a few good games in the playoffs is what you're basically hoping for at this point. Because I don't see like how we're going to get drastically better at special teams this year. They've been consistently bad, and it was like a culmination in that Bears game of horrible. So
It's like we pretty much need a turnover because if we don't get a turnover, we're like, oh fuck, we got to put the fucking punt return team out there. Oh Jesus Christ, what's going to happen now? You
at the very least, a penalty.
Penalty. I mean, my guy might fair catch it at the 5.
Might not catch it at all. And just
might not catch it at all. Bounce off of them. Bounce off of the teammates. I mean, special teams is a fucking joke right now. I mean, if it's not one thing, it's another on the special teams. I mean, Jesus. I mean, and then you look at these kicks that they run back. There'll be 5 Packers around them at the 4, 5, 6 yard line. And then none of them would touch him or tackle him. They'll like surround the guy. And then he'll just break. I mean, yeah. I mean, special teams, at this
point, you almost want to just kick everything out of bounds or through the end zone and hope you don't have to return nothing. Just try to fair catch everything at this point because otherwise nothing good is really happening.
Yeah. I mean, they're kicking it straight to our fucking guy. They ain't kicking shit out of bounds.
I still think Crosby will be all right going down the rest of the year.
I'm not necessarily worried about Crosby.
Even the special teams was so bad Sunday night that even our bright spot of special teams, the punter, even shanked one. I mean, that hasn't really happened either. So
yeah, our punter wasn't doing so hot. But I have to assume. I mean, there was the one special teams play in the second half at the end of the game when MVS missed the onside kick that would have been returned for the touchdown. But other than that, I mean, I think special teams played all right in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, basically all the Bears' big plays happened on special teams. So, I mean,
and that was in the first half. They only scored 3 points in the second half.
Yeah.
And that was late, and that was in the fourth quarter they kicked the field goal. Other than that, they weren't doing shit.
I mean, yeah, it'll be nice to – I don't know what Bears are going to looking forward to in Fields. I haven't seen nothing that would get me excited this year.
If you're looking for a running back –
it'll be nice to sun the Vikings that last game of the year going into the playoffs.
We played the Lions the last game of the year.
Oh, the Detroit game?
Yeah, last home game of the year. Well, last regular season home game of the year. No, I'm talking about the Vikings game. Because he said the Vikings game was the last game of the year. It's the Lions game, but the Vikings game is the last Packer
home game.
Easy. We got 4 games and two games in the Super Bowl. Yeah, 6 games. We need to win 7 games in a row.
Run the table, baby. I hope Rodgers comes up with a little fucking slick phrase for this shit.
Yeah, I think it's something about COVID.
Actually, yeah, no, we don't want Rodgers this year. Fuck him. Just get us the Super Bowl.
I wouldn't be surprised we signed Rodgers to about a 3-4 year extension. We gonna trade Jordan Love. Packer fans gonna be so mad.
Well, it seems like the most likely scenario at this point. And all that shit over I think an extension seems like the most likely scenario. Especially if they win the Super Bowl.
My guy Michael Lombardi say he about to get $50 million a year, and if that's the case, fuck him.
Well, if he gets anything close to that, we ain't gonna have Devontae here. So
we ain't gonna have nobody here. Fuck.
But I mean, I would say an extension looks pretty likely, and all that bullshit over the summer, and I guarantee Adam Schefter doesn't feel anything like fucking like, oh, I was kind of wrong about that whole fucking thing, you know. But
Yeah, fuck Schefter. I unfollowed him. I'm a big rap sheet fan. I fuck with the rap, but I mean, I just hope that offense can play. I'm waiting to see a whole game from the offense. I don't think we've seen that yet. A 4-quarter game from our offense. We haven't seen that.
And even I would agree with that. If you have games put together by Jones, Dillon, and Devontae in a game, I mean, they're all capable of putting up huge games.
100%. And MVS.
Oh yeah, and if he catches a few long ones, and Rodgers seems to be hitting those longer balls, like he's hitting some beauties now.
Yeah, he's getting in rhythm.
Each game, he's hitting some beauties. So
yeah, he's getting into 2010 Rodgers, where he's just missing the guys. It's like right to our guy. You can't make that shit up. You can't make that shit up, Trev. And I love it. I love where we're at. I love that I'm going to be at the Christmas Day game.
Well, after they get over that stupid Brady hump this year, likely in the playoffs,
they're going to lose first round to the Cowboys or something.
Well, yeah, I mean, we definitely should have beat the Tampa last year, but either way, after watching Mahomes play last night on the national game and missing receivers and shit, I mean, after watching Rodgers play on national TV, like it's hard to not make the argument Rodgers is the best quarterback in the league right now.
I don't think it's up for debate, Trevor.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah,
I wouldn't even debate that. I mean, they showed since last year touchdown to interception ratio. Mahomes is at 3, Rodgers is at 8.
Well, Rodgers always had a
it's not even
touchdown to
close.
interception ratio. His whole career has been crazy.
It's not even close between them two anymore. You know what I mean? Like, and the thing is I think Mahomes has talent. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on the kid.
Yeah, I'm not taking nothing away from Mahomes.
But I think a lot of the stuff he does, it was lucky. Like, he does lucky stuff. Some of them throws, them plays that he tries to make, it consists of luck sometimes. Them underarm throws and shit like that's not. And it's showing. I mean, he's obviously getting away from some type of mechanics or something, because his balls don't look the same.
I think he'll get back to being up there at the top of the league, which, I mean, he basically already is, and he's not playing as good this year. But
for sure. I mean, his talent alone is going to keep him as a upper echelon quarterback in the NFL 100%. But he's just not as consistent as he should be, or what once was at that.
I mean, Brady's putting up great now. He's looking good.
Brady's looking pretty good.
But at this point, I mean, it'd be hard to argue either him or outside of him or Rodgers for MVP, because, I mean, partially the fact they give it to a quarterback nearly every year. So, I mean, I'd put some other guys in there if they didn't do that. But at this point, it's looking like Brady or Rodgers.
I would agree. I need once playoffs start and once we get home field advantage, I need Wisconsin weather to be Wisconsin fucking weather.
Not 70 degrees in December?
Yes. I need this shit to get down to fucking minus 30. You know what I'm saying? Well, I need one of them games. I need Tom Brady to crack. If he
I will say the last playoff games I've been to at Lambeau have been on a different level as far as like the atmosphere, the noise level, and the fact that all the season ticket holders grabbed up the playoff tickets already, and there is not going to be none available for resale except for by the season ticket. That's a good sign as well, I think.
I'm going to kind of disagree with that, because I think the craziest Packer game I've ever been to was the one against the Seahawks 2 years ago, when like season ticket holders did not buy. And it was like the youngest crowd I ever saw.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying.
That bitch was rocking. We stood the whole game.
I see what you're saying. Yep. I'd agree with you on that.
But I will say that last game, that Bears game, the bowl, the lower bowl, I mean, we're in the lower bowl, but we're like not in the lower bowl. We're like, up a little bit. But like, if you see behind me, if you see where from the yellow gates down, they stood the whole time last week.
Yeah.
They stood the whole game. And I like that. But yeah, I mean, I just think that Seahawk game, that was the rowdiest crowd I've ever experienced at Lambeau. And I've been to a lot of
that
games
felt like
at
a
Lambeau.
college game almost.
100%. 100%. I felt like, no, not even a college game, a student section game.
Well, I think a lot of the reason for that too was how cold that game was supposed to be. Like you had it kept a lot of the older folks away, I think.
Yeah. And that's what I need.
Especially if
happen.
COVID's still ravaging too. I mean, that might keep some of the older folks away too.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be able to get tickets on the second market, but these people know that they got to make money. Did you get tickets?
Oh yeah, I'm in there. So once we clinch, my card will get charged. And with the schedule coming up, like I am hopeful the Packers can roll right into the playoff. There's no reason they shouldn't be on a large winning streak going into the playoffs. But I mean, if they stumble one of these last 4 games, I'm not that worried. I mean,
me neither.
I
don't see us stumbling. I don't see us stumbling.
I don't either. Like we just talked about, 2 banged up AFC North teams, NFC North teams that we dominate the rest of the year. It's important to get that 1 seed. I think the Packers realize that coming through Lambeau. If we get all the games coming through Lambeau, I mean, odds on fucking number 1 favorites to win the Super Bowl. Guarantee. Like the NFC's got to be favored to win the Super Bowl at this point. And if everything's going through Lambeau and they're the best playing team in the NFC, like watching that game last night, I don't see any of those teams stopping us.
Facts.
I don't see the Bills, any of the teams they talk about. I mean, the Patriots are playing well, but rookie quarterback, I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, with our defense.
So all I'm trying to say is, like, I don't see every AFC team's got some major flaws right now.
Yeah, I mean, and Rodgers, I think said it last week. He's like, what, 20 something and 5 at Lambeau the last 5 years. So I'm not.
His touchdown to interception ratio at Lambeau is even better yet. Like, that's super ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't wait for the playoffs. I can't fucking wait. Shit's gonna be fucking litty. Just know that. And it's gonna be a big difference with a full crowd at Lambeau for that NFC Championship than, what was it, 3/4?
Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be different.
A colder game packed at Lambeau.
Yeah,
night or
5:30. Yeah,
fucking everybody fucking nice and liquored up and going fucking nuts, rocking that bitch, and whatever team comes in here is gonna have a rough time.
Facts. I couldn't agree more. And I think with the way Rodgers and the squad's playing, we get back, 5 of those 9 Pro Bowlers, 6 of those Pro Bowlers. We're a different team that teams haven't even seen yet.
Well, I mean, I'm hoping this coming week, Christmas Day, they start to give, teams a taste of what, this playoff atmosphere is going to be like at Lambeau. Hopefully, the temperature drops a little bit for Christmas.
I've seen a little snow in the forecast.
Yeah, possibly a little bit more snow. A team that thought at the beginning of the year had high aspirations for like a deep playoff run, and the Browns coming in, that they feel like they're one of the better teams in the AFC. They still they got some talent, and to decimate them and show them what it's going to be like for any team coming through here at Lambeau is going to be. I mean, I expect that Christmas Day crowd to be pretty pretty juiced up as well. So.
Oh yeah. And it's supposed to be maybe in the 30s too, so it's going to be another warmer game. I mean, and obviously we're more than a week out, so we know how the weather forecast can change within a week. But
yeah, we've been living the namesake of the pod. We've been hitting 41 North back and forth a few times last few weeks here. So
Yeah, we the 41 North crew hitting it up. I think this time though, I'm gonna have to stop at the casino and place a little bet.
I'm kind of mad we didn't. Now that you mentioned that,
Yeah, because we would have won.
hitting up the old wing stop instead of the Oneida.
Yeah, we tore down the wing stop for sure. What we get, a 30 piece? Knock that whole thing out in the truck. You couldn't even eat inside. We just knocked it out in the truck. People just driving by. We're just in sandals. And that's another thing. Let's talk about game day preparation. Okay. For all you fans that, might be a first timer. When going to a winter game in Green Bay, it's essential that you bring, obviously if you have a car and you can just throw your stuff in your trunk, you can do that too. But somebody like me that gets picked up, I'm bringing a backpack. Okay. It basically looks like I'm going to be participating in the game. Okay. I got my riding gear and I got my game gear. Okay. And then you wear sandals on the way up in the car. You want to have a comfortable ride, especially if you're coming, from Madison or Broadhead or Beloit or Monroe, any of these Milwaukee, Waukesha, things of that nature. You want to have the most comfortable car ride that you can have. But then when you get there, it's very important that you layer up. Okay. Layers are the most important thing. You want to have a great base layer, top and bottom. Okay. Then I highly recommend at least 1 to 2, depending on how you want to dress. I would recommend I'm 2 sweatpants, so I'm a base layer 2 sweatpants guy. Trevor, he's more of a base layer sweatpants jean type of guy. You can play it how you want to play it, but the legs are gonna get cold just sitting there along with your feet. You wanna invest in some good boots. Okay, you can go on Amazon. They got a nice pair of boots, winter boots. They're like $50. Okay, they're called like Melkas or you heard of that brand before? Get good reviews on Amazon. I've been doing my research on boots lately because I was thinking about getting my own pair, even though I do borrow my guy Trevor's a pair of him. But I'm looking for ones without the laces. I think that's important. Being able to just slide them on, because once you get a couple layers of gear on, you don't want to be bending over tying shoes and stuff. It can be a little tedious, I guess you can say. But that's just me. But then in the top layer, you very much want to do the same things. Maybe 2 sweatshirts and a coat, or maybe just 2 sweatshirts and a base layer, depending on how much you can take on the cold. Because you wear a sweatshirt every time.
Shirtless, wasted.
Okay, we did have a guy in our section like that. Well, not our section, but like adjacent to our section. And yeah, he lasted maybe 10 minutes.
The gear went back on. No, you got to keep in mind at Lambeau, aluminum bleachers.
So
you're sitting on metal. Next level maneuver for the old time ticket holders is, putting a piece of cardboard or a piece of insulation down underneath your feet so you're not on the concrete. But I think the most important thing is getting windproof, some windproof layers in there. So there's a couple of acceptable forms of game day apparel. Anything green and gold, obviously. Anything Packer apparel, Packer G. Even some homemade stuff with a green and gold, like a homemade saying or something on your shirt.
Yeah.
Jerseys, obviously. But then you can also go with, any kind of snowmobile suit. So you could be out there in bright green, orange, whatever. Snowmobile suit's perfectly acceptable. We know you're a Packer fan. Any kind of ice fishing bibs, hunting bibs, you got the blaze orange joints, you got the camouflage joints, also acceptable team colors for game day for Packer fans. So, you don't necessarily have to have the green on gold on game day to understand like, oh yeah, he's a Packer fan. He knows what's up. So,
yeah, I mean, you look at a guy like me who is the most outdoorsy I get is a Packer game. You know what I'm saying? I don't fish, I don't hunt, but I do have me a camouflage face mask because I feel like it helps me fit in a little bit more. When I go to the games, I got a little camouflage on. I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? They're like, this guy probably hunts. He's a true up north Packer fan. I don't hunt, but yeah, just dress for, I would say, about 15 degrees colder than what the temperature is, just for the fact that you're just going to be sitting there or standing there.
Yeah, people don't realize sitting outside that long, but if you want to be comfortable and be able to enjoy the game, and if you end up underdressing, you end up spending most of the game in the atrium, the U.S. Cellular Lounge, the pro shop where it's heated, even the bathrooms where it's heated. So if you want to be out there in the bowl enjoying the game and not watching on the TV in a warm area, you got to do what you got to do. So,
and remember, you can always take a layer off.
Mm-hmm.
You can't unless you bring clothes in. You can't put a layer on. So I would rather be warmer than colder, because I've had those experiences, especially the return to Lambeau where I dressed like a fucking idiot. And it was like fucking 2 degrees outside, and I thought it'd be a good idea to wear
a Super Bowl celebration.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a good idea to wear jeans with holes in them, no base layer, and maybe a sweatshirt or a coat. I think I had a coat on, but yeah, I froze my ass off that whole game. A whole little ceremony wasn't fun. It's not fun when you're cold. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're at the Christmas Day game. This week we're at Baltimore. Hopefully Lamar plays.
Yeah, I want him to play as well.
Well, yeah, because you got him on your fantasy teams.
Not just that, but no, I like to see where our defense stacks up against them for sure. I feel like one of the Packers' Achilles heels over the years, and I feel like it not so much this year. I mean, we held Kyler Murray and I think Kyler Murray didn't rush much against us, but I think Taylor Heineke did. So I want to see what what they can put together for Lamar Jackson. But he is either way, even if he plays, he's got to be a little gimpy. But I mean, he's going to be close to full speed. I don't suspect they'd take him out if he was that bad. So I want him to play, and plus I want to see the best football. And I want to see the team tested. I would rather them go up against Lamar than a backup. That's just me.
I agree. I want to beat teams full strength, so there's no excuses when it comes to how the Packers dominate.
And it's exciting. I mean, I've been waiting for the Packers to play Lamar. Lamar is one of my favorite players outside of the Packers. I don't like any other team. Packers are you ask me what your second favorite team is, I'll say nobody. What the fuck you mean? Packers.
Yeah, I don't have a second favorite team either.
My top 5 teams: Packers, and Packers.
I'm not like one of those fans too. Whoever the Bears plays is my second favorite team.
Well, who's your AFC team? I got a fucking AFC team. I like Jonathan Taylor. I like Lamar Jackson is fun to watch. I got players I like watching around the league. And whatever. I don't root for any of their fucking teams. I would never buy one of their jerseys and wear that shit.
100%.
Like our unnamed buddy that, it's the favorite receiver and has to go get their jersey, whether they plays for the Bengals or Dolphins or something. It's like, oh, wait, you like the Bengals? Well, no, I just like this player. Like, no, that ain't me.
Yeah, no. If I'm getting a player's jersey in the NFL and he doesn't play for the Packers, I'm probably getting his Wisconsin Badger jersey.
Because it's going to be a Badger, and I'm not getting his NFL team.
So
yeah,
that's how I'm rocking. I'm Packer jersey crazy, and forget all the other crap. Go Pack, go! That's all I care about.
We'll see y'all next week.
See you next week, and then look for us, depending on what Trevor got going on Christmas. Look for us maybe to go live from Kroll's, or maybe a tailgate if Kyle and them are getting it cracking. You should check into that, see what the tailgate situation is. But I can tell you right now, I'm not going anywhere with no Trump flag. I can tell you that right now. I don't give a damn. I'll go somewhere and pay $9 a beer before I go to a tailgate where I can drink for free with the Trump flag. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna get in regardless. I don't need to worry.
And I damn near ain't going somewhere where they're flying a Joe Biden flag.
I'm not thinking about that shit at Packer game day. I'll be off some fucking Christmas slushies from the Green Bay side of the family Christmas before the game.
I mean, which side is that? Because they're both.
Well, we got one side that is not doing Christmas this year because everybody's going to the game, and the other side don't get me wrong, I got a whole bunch of people going to the game, but they're doing a Packers themed Christmas then. So
I can respect that. Bring some slushies down to the game.
I'll see what I can do.
All right, guys. Thank you. Holla back. Go Pack. Go.
Go Pack, go.